Welcome to another episode of Flood Facts, Myths, and Monsters. Today we are recording from Gainesville, Florida. Now, if you're new to this channel, make sure to hit the subscribe button below. Yes, I can't talk today. And if you have any comments, you want to hear more content, by all means, let us know. So today we are here with Kristina Haselier from Florida Floodplain Managers Association, and I get the honor to be the first one to interview you.
Yay.
Because if you don't know yet, she is rather new to the position. So Kristina, tell us a little bit about yourself. Where do you come from? How did you get started in this business? And how'd you get here?
How did I get here? It's a great question, Denise. Well, I was born in Lakeland, Florida, which is smack in the middle of the state.
Yep.
And I always was interested in environmental issues. I worked on some wetland creation and restoration projects while I was in college, and that led me to a career in environmental consulting, where I ended up having to move to Hillsborough County in Tampa, worked a lot there, and in Pinellas County as well for a very small consulting firm. But it was also right when the recession was starting in the end of 2006. So I moved to another company within about a year of my first job, same type of job, just a different small engineering firm. And I went from an engineering firm actually to a just ecological services firm. So even smaller, more specific.
Yeah.
And we did environmental resource permitting. We did a lot of field surveys for wetlands, wetland delineations, protected species surveys, benthic resources surveys, all kinds of things to see what impacts would be to different proposed projects, developments, docks, just marinas, anything that someone wanted to do with the built environment and how it would impact the environment, natural environment.
Oh, that's very interesting. Now, that meant you had to go snorkel.
I did have to go snorkeling. I had to go snorkeling often, actually, in Pinellas County because they have a lot of canals and people like boats. And they like boats in their canals behind their homes. So they all want docks and boat lifts so that their boats can stay nice and shiny and clean.
Yeah, of
and
course.
in order to do that, they have to get an environmental resource permit. And so we would help those people get the permits by doing an assessment of what would be affected if they were to build a dock. And so we had to go snorkeling in typically not super clear water.
Yeah, I'm sure it was very murky and kind of gross and kind of scary because you don't know what's in this murky water that might attack you.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. So you have some murky backyard canal water. And so luckily there are diving gloves that exist in the world. And so, you just kind of go.
And I hope you had like a diving knife on you somewhere just in case.
Never thought of that until right now.
Oh, okay.
That would have been good, actually. But no, didn't have that.
Okay. Wow, that's an experience. I mean, I've gone scuba diving quite a bit in my lifetime, and I've scuba dived in New Jersey a bit. So there the visibility in the water is about this far. But in the thought of diving or snorkeling in the murky lagoon water, I don't know. It's just, no, it's too much. So a little birdie told me that you met Cece McKiernan, who we all know, sometime in the past. So
I did.
Tell me about that.
Yeah. So the second consulting company that I worked for was about 12 people in a small house. And at some point during my, I'll say, year and a half there, we won a large statewide project for a natural gas pipeline that was going to go from Dade County all the way through Mississippi.
Oh, wow.
So we had to survey the entire route before any of it was finalized and permitted.
Yeah.
And so the company grew very quickly, triple the size. So about 36 employees within just a few months.
Oh, wow.
And CC happened to be one of the managers that was hired to help manage the teams and manage the clients and essentially coordinate the humans. Was her role, and she did it very well. And at some point, the things that she needed to be doing became more than what she was currently doing. So she was doing a lot of coordination between field teams and what they're finding to what the clients needed to know and the permitting agencies in the form of a lot of detailed emails and things like that, like compiling the data and information and just giving it to everyone who needs to know about it.
Yeah.
And she needed to be doing some other things. And so I ended up getting gifted that role.
Oh my gosh, that's great.
I think at her request. Because we kind of think very similarly, and we have some similar just natural skill sets in, I'd say, communicating and coordinating the humans.
Yeah.
So I took on that role at that company. Yeah. And she continued to deal more with some more high level management stuff.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's really interesting, and I love it because now Cece is retired, and her position was basically retired as well, and you came on board, and you are now heading up the FFMA and helping herd the cats.
Yeah.
Which is great, and it's not easy, and I think that's just my personal opinion. I think this is a great position for you because you're going to be able to take FFMA to the next level, which is where it needs to go. So I also know that you had attended your first FFMA conference not too long ago, and you had only been in that position for, I don't know, maybe a month or two before you went to the conference, something like that?
Technically, I wasn't even officially... So I technically started June 1st, and the conference was in April.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Okay, so this was your first conference, and you must have been quite overwhelmed with all these people. And how did you like it?
It was really fun.
Oh, good.
I met a lot of people. I met you. And I met a lot of other people that I work with on a regular basis now. And everybody was very welcoming and nice to me. But also I could tell that it was a very healthy communal environment where everyone seemed to be happy to be there. And they weren't there, dragging their feet because they had to earn these continuing education credits, and so we might as well go to the conference. They were excited to be at the conference, and they were having fun together. And there was a lot of history and stories that was being tossed around, and so I got to learn a lot of that lore as well. So that was great.
Hi, my name is Steve Boning, President of Coastal Waterways. For over 15 years, our firm has provided engineering, floodplain management, and resiliency services within a coastal and marine environment. Our services include natural and hardened shoreline stabilization and restoration, dredging and marine structure engineering and permitting, community vulnerability assessments, and GIS analysis and numerical modeling. We are proud to sponsor Flood, Facts, Myths, and Monsters. Now let's get back to the show.
How did you like the karaoke night?
So I wasn't there for the karaoke night.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, dang. Yeah.
Unfortunately, I had surgery recently, so I was only there for about a day and a half. It felt like a week because it was very impactful.
Yeah, and there's a lot going on constantly at these conferences.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you got next year, so we'll see what kind of fun event we'll plan next year. So every year there's always something. The karaoke's been out 2 years in a row, and it's amazing what talent is out there because here you have these engineers and these nerdy, floody people, and they come out and they can dance and sing, and it's pretty impressive. It's kind of cool. So I ask this everybody I interview, so you may need a second or two to think about it. But the day that we make a movie out of the FFMA, what actor should we hire to play you?
Oh my goodness.
No. We have Brad Pitt, Tom Cruise. We have Harrison Ford. We have, oh my gosh, I forget what female actresses we have. I forget who Cece wanted to be. I have to look at my list. I completely forgot. So
But these people are taken, right?
those people are taken.
Got it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So they've been cast.
They've been cast. So you can think about it. Nobody, thankfully, has asked me yet, because the person that I think I would have me play is, I forget her name. She's the really funny actress in, yeah, there was like a lot of them, in these movies. Oh my goodness.
Well, Cece picked McCarthy.
Yes, that's who I would have
Melissa
picked.
McCarthy?
Yes,
She's great.
yes. I think
love
she's
her.
hilarious.
She is.
That's who I would pick. So
Taken.
yeah, it's taken. So I can't.
Kristen Wiig is funny.
Yeah, there you
Yeah.
go.
Kristen Wiig could be a good one.
There you go.
I mean, my mother just whispered that to me. So I guess I'll take it.
All right, there you go.
Yeah, but I mean, I guess, so is my character playing me as director of operations?
Yes.
Okay, so they have to be kind of like, they got to be like
They
in
can be on.
control.
Yes, of
And they got to be
course.
like, okay, yeah, I need to think about this. Is a very hard question.
All right. Well, I'll let you think about it,
man.
and the next time I interview you,
Okay.
you'll have to have an answer.
Because I
How's
also
that?
don't know the names of many actresses, unfortunately.
Yeah, neither do
Really
I. I
bad
know what
about
they
that.
look like.
Yeah, me too.
Anyway, well, thank you so much for interviewing with me. Hope you all liked it. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and we'll talk to you next month. Have a good one.
Thank you.